So, Cots, a fantastic result for the club against Centrals on Friday. What were your thoughts on the match overall?
It's just a solid four-quarter performance. Everyone played their role. Obviously hitting the scoreboard was good, but defensively again held a team to 7 goals, which was a real positive thing, which we weren't doing earlier in the season. So overall just a good solid four-quarter performance.
Obviously outstanding effort in kicking a big score, and we knew we were capable of that. However, in the past month our defence has been rock solid. How much has that been a focus?
Yeah, without doubt. Since the North Adelaide game, obviously we need to look at a few things and address what we were doing in regards to the opposition scoring too easily. So we've changed a few things, but a bit of personnel, but also a bit of structure. Able to lock the footy inside our forward half, which makes it a lot easier for our defenders. And you need 18 people defending, not just the back 6, and we've been better at that over the last month.
Cots, a fantastic team effort with everybody contributing well. What were you most pleased about on Friday night?
Just the ability to obviously just play 4 quarters of footy. It's always not easy, but obviously in the last quarter when you're up by that much to sort of take your foot off the pedal a little bit. But I thought some of our acts in the last quarter to chase and tackle and lock the foot in our forward half were as good as they were in the first quarter. So that's a real positive sign.
And what was the message at half-time, Cots? Obviously we had a pretty comfortable lead. Was it more about not getting complacent and ensuring we can continue it over the last 2 quarters?
It's just being strong and consistent with what we're trying to do, play to the process and the fundamentals of the game that we want to live by, and I thought we did that really well in the third quarter, and able to score freely again as they sort of held us up a bit in the second quarter, and then again in the last quarter able to finish the game off well.
We have the bye this week, and then we face West Adelaide away in a couple of weeks. Can you just talk us through our schedule leading up to the match?
We'll train obviously this week. They'll train pretty solidly, a bit extra top up running, those sort of things, and then the focus will be West Adelaide from after the review tonight. So nothing changes in regards to our preparation. It's a cliche, but it's a week by week scenario, and West Adelaide's our next opponent, and that's what we'll be focusing on.
And just lastly, Cots, the reserves got up as well on Friday night. A couple of guys had a really good games, Brad McKenzie, Caleb Edmead and Anthony Wilson. Will they be putting their hands up for selection?
For sure. I mean, pressure for spots at the minute is probably the best since I've been here. Brad McKenzie's an elite player. Anthony Wilson is obviously a very good player as well, and Caleb Edmead's starting to get some match fitness. So it's great for the club, but as you saw on Friday night, players are playing their role, executing it really well, and we'll see how we go.